And you have to prepare, and you have just a few minutes to prepare your talk. Such is the case we have today. The person that we have, William Porterfield, has been asked to talk only just a few minutes ago. And the title of his talk is The Little Rock Stimulus Package. Please help me welcome William Porterfield.
Thank you, Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, guests. Are we in a recession? That's a question. Yes? No? Maybe?
No.
No? Some people say it's a state of mind. Others say it's a state of your pocketbook. So, the question is, has it impacted you in your life? Has the recession or has the economy affected you? And just looking around the room, I'd have to say yes. I know we have residential real estate people in here. I know it's affected you. We have commercial real estate people. Maybe not as much, but it still has an effect. We have Ed, who just found out the place that he works is shutting down. And he may have to move across the country. That affects people, and that is a recession. And the government, not necessarily a recession, but it's having an effect on us. Some people call it a recession, some of us don't. LM Glass Fiber, laying off over 100 people. Scholastic Books just last year in Maumelle shut down. Target Distribution. American Greetings, laying off tons of people up in northeast Arkansas. The government, as Dick mentioned, is working hard to stimulate the economy. They're trying to figure out what it will take to get the economy back to where it was. Now, I don't want to debate whether they're doing the right things or not, or whether they're putting money back in the pockets or back into the places where they should be. But they're doing things to stimulate our country. But the question is, what can we do locally to stimulate Little Rock? What can we do here? And most of the time I'm very logical when I speak about action and things that we can really do. Today, I want to take the 30,000-foot view just for a second. In a recession, one of the things that is most important is education. Dick Patterson mentioned Warren Buffett said in a recession, when the times are bad, the important thing to invest in is yourself. But let's take that to the lowest level. What about your children? Those of you who have children, I don't yet, but I'm looking forward to the time when my children are in school, and I remember it being so important that my mother took an interest in what I was doing at school. If we were studying mathematics, we would go outside and count pine cones. If we were studying rocks, we would go out and see what all kinds of rocks we could find in our driveway. Just that creative process led me to be excited about schoolwork. What about college? I went to UCA, and Lou Harden had every speech he gave mentioned the statistics. Started off with the statistics of how many people in Arkansas graduate college. And I think, last I remember, was 14% of Arkansans are college graduates. That's low. That's pretty low. I think usually we're in the 40, we rank 49 in the country for education. We need to work on that. But how do you do that? How do you get college graduates? Well, we just passed an initiative for the lottery, which is supposed to send a lot of Arkansans to school. That'll be great. I'm not going to comment on the morality of it or anything, but the actual fact that all that money is supposed to go to education is a good thing. But what about parents and college kids who are going to small schools and they don't even know how to get to college? They've never heard of the ACT test or the SAT. They don't know anything about an application or even how to get to college. It's just something they've heard of all their life and nobody's shown them how to do it. Unfortunately, not all the advisors at schools and the counselors know what they're doing. Does anybody, is there a college kid in your neighborhood? Is there a high school kid in your neighborhood is a better question. Somebody that's getting ready to go to college. Do their parents know what's going on? I remember my mom, when I was getting ready to go to college, she had no idea what to do. So it was up to me and going and talking to some other people to try to figure out what we were supposed to do and how to get to college. Think about that. Is there somebody you can help? My second idea, and this is another 30,000-foot view, but it's to get local. Napoleon Hill is a real big, he said the number one key to success is mastermind groups. And I think As a country, we've become more autonomous. We do everything on our own. We don't want anybody to know about our finances. We don't want anybody to know how we're doing as a family, our 401k package. Get a mastermind group. Get a group of 10 people together that meets on a monthly basis and try to figure out if you're having a problem, if one of the people in there is having a problem with their home and they're about to lose it, help them work through their expenses and figure out a way to keep their home. Or help them curb their credit card spending. Community, mastermind groups, help each other. The same government who is trying to stimulate us is also the same government that's made us autonomous, because they've made us believe that we don't have to help each other because they're going to help everybody. But let me get practical. Financial, that's what a stimulus package is about. It's tax time. Have you ever noticed how much you're paying in taxes? I know I do. And it's interesting to me that we're talking about giving money back to the country when we're paying money in right before that. Can you imagine how, like, if I sent $2,000 to the government and I get $1,000 back, how much did that really cost me to get $1,000 back? Why didn't they just make me pay $1,000? I bet it would end up costing probably $1,800 or $2,000 just to give me $1,000 back. Have you ever thought about that? I don't like the idea of receiving a stimulus package because most of the time when spending is what got us into the situation to start with. I think if we could bring the country back down to where we used to be in taking care of each other on a local level, that we would see this recession slowly come to an end. Start taking care of your neighbors, start taking care of your community, and we'll all be fine. Mr. Toastmaster.
Thank you, members of Congress. You see, the reason that we have a Toastmasters meeting is because every Friday we have a mastermind group. People that pull together with themselves, everybody else, and we try to become better. We're investing in ourselves. The next person that's speaking is a true